Hi, Julie Kay, helping you find your way through grief and loss. So, a question for you today is, have you had a special date that has gone past since your loved one died that reminded you of your loved one? That either caused you to have a grief burst, as I've talked about on other videos, what a grief burst is, an emotional, just very, trigger, you know, because a day, whether it was their birthday, whether it was an anniversary or holiday or anything of that sort, that could trigger you because of special memories you had with that loved one. And that is normal. So I want to establish that that is normal. It's a misconception to think that you're not supposed to feel that at all. And that can happen for many years past their death. So maybe it's been a long time since they died, especially if it was a spouse or someone you were close to. This is very common for it to be a trigger. So I'm on my phone today because my computer camera is not working and I'm going to have to get another one. So I want to ask you, have you had one of those days? And would you share it with me? Would you comment or PM me and share with me that? And did you do something special? Did you just think about them, or did you do something to remember them, to commemorate them, to honor them? And it's important you do, and it's good that you do. I want to quote Alan Wolfelt, who is one of the world-renowned grief experts, in his book, Understanding Your Grief. And he talks about the misconceptions in this book. So one of the things he says is it's natural for your grief to well up inside of you and spill over long after even the event of the death. And, like he says, and I would say, if you, for instance, say, my husband died, my wife died, I'm going to fill up that day, or my boyfriend or my sibling, my parent, whoever it is that you were really close to, your friend, I'm going to fill that day so full that I won't have time to think about that loved one, because it happened last year and I don't want it to happen again. Well, what are you going to do with that? What's going to happen? Because it's going to stay there and it's not going to go anywhere. And as he says, it's going to be like a caged animal pacing behind bars if you don't release it. And so, some way, shape, or form, if it's there, you can't ignore it. You need to release it by journaling, by sharing it with a friend. I'm open to sharing it with me if you want to, if you don't have anybody else. But share it with somebody who really you feel safe for and cared for, and where you can openly express your normal and necessary grief, because that's what it is. It's normal and necessary. So holidays and special days is a normal trigger, if you want to call it that, and it's normal to have a grief burst. But today I want to share personally, is my daughter's birthday today on April 13th, the day that I'm recording this video. And she was born in 1992, and she was born in the spring and she died in the spring. So I was realizing that it's hitting me, and her birthday was coming up, and I wasn't as conscious of it the last 2 years, although I was. Mother's always conscious of her child's birthday because we had plenty of parties with her when she was growing up, but not as much in adulthood. So it's not a big, humongous memory for me to say I really miss her on this day, but I definitely think of her. I'm her mom. I gave birth to her. So what I'm going to do is go buy some yellow flowers, because when she passed away, it was in the spring, and there was tons and tons of yellow flowers everywhere in Tennessee, where we were, kind of Nashville area, but there was just lots. And for me, it brought joy. And the reason for that is I associate yellow with joy because of a woman who made flags and sold flags and did our flag ministry in our church. And she taught us about the colors and what they mean scripturally. And yellow means joy. So that's how I associate it. As a kid, I loved the color yellow. I don't think I look good in the color yellow, so I don't tend to wear it. Don't have it all over my house. But when I see yellow flowers, yeah, especially since her death, it brings me joy. It brings me comfort. So I'm going to go out and get some of those, and maybe take out her rock collection, which we brought out as a family during the holidays. So I haven't done anything just for me, for my daughter. It's been as a group, memorial service, etc. So do it for just you, because is it for them? We could all talk about different beliefs about where our loved ones are. I believe my daughter's in heaven. I know she is. And God has given me that assurance, and I believe I'm going to see her again. I believe there is life after death. Because our spirit and our soul, I believe, live on forever. So I have that hope. I hope you do too. But bottom line, it's for me. I'm doing this for me. Okay? In honor of her, yes, and that's a very good thing to honor them. We should never forget them. They should not be forgotten, our loved one. Even people that may not seem to have been very good people. They're people, they're human beings, they're made in God's image. But we're doing it for us, and that's okay if you do it for you. So I want to set you free with that. So I usually have a scripture, and I don't have the exact scripture today, but I want to let you know that the Jewish people, which was who Jesus was, a Jewish person, they, and scripturally speaking, they do a lot of things according to God and the God of Abraham. We have the same God, the Christian God, and the Jewish God is the same God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They just don't acknowledge that Jesus was the Messiah, usually, unless they've come to that revelation. So, but we do have the same God. So I want to, help you all to realize in the Bible, there's all kinds of talking about different festivals, and the Jewish people have all kinds of festivals. And a lot of them reflect either about honoring people who died and certain occasions that there was lots of death. And they also have a celebration that I won't go into the names or anything to keep this short because I don't want this to get cut off. But they also had celebrations of times that they could have all been dead, but their lives were spared. So it is a very, very much of a scriptural thing, I believe, to do this, to honor your deceased loved one in some way, shape, or form, whether it be having a service for them or a little memorial thing, just you or your family, however you want to do it. You can be creative, make it according to what you would do, not necessarily what somebody else would do. So I want to encourage you to do that. And again, I'm doing this video on my daughter's birthday, so I'm honoring her by talking about it to you all. My mom also passed away a year before that, so I think of her at times, of course. So that's what I want to share. Please comment. First of all, have you had a date like this, and how did you feel? How did you feel on that day? Please share that with me. And also, have you done something special to honor them? I would love to hear from it. Julie K, helping you find your way. This means I love you. I care about you. I want to support you. Reach out if you need to. And signing off until next week. Take care. God bless you, and work through your loss on those special days. All right? God bless. Bye-bye.